Hi everyone. This is week 2. I hope you guys have all had a great week. I sound horrible. All of my children have been sick for the past 2 weeks and they have passed it on to me. So I am um, trying to recover, but bear with me with my raspy voice. So the Signature Strength Survey, um, the first one that came up for me was fairness, which that was not a surprise. Treating all people the same according to notions of fairness and justice, and not letting feelings bias decisions about others, and giving everyone a fair chance. So for me, in my leadership role, I deal with this on a regular basis. Um, I have different departments that I work with, and what goes for one department underneath me um, has to also go for the other department. So if I'm dealing with someone that's in, for example, EVS or the kitchen, then in comparison to the nursing staff, we're all on the same playing field. That also spills over into our house with 5 children. What goes for one um, goes for the other. So fair leaders hold themselves accountable to be unbiased when handling issues that impact many. And a leader displays fairness by holding to acceptable standards and being reasonable in their responses. They look for alignment among people and teams and try to create the most mutually effective outcomes. They engage others without judgment or prejudice. I do like to be fair to everybody. Often people will come to me with issues, and I always ask, did you talk to your department head first before you come to me? Um, and that goes for everybody. The second one was not a surprise for me. It was kindness. Um, I love serving other people out of kindness. I enjoy doing favors. Kindness was described in this survey as doing favors and good deeds for others, helping them and taking care of them. Um, I spoke last week briefly about a person very dear to my heart, and the opportunity that's been given to me to care for them on a daily basis and show them kindness and um, just being able to help them and to serve them every day has been a wonderful experience. It has been tiring, but wonderful. And for my employees, I have approximately 125 employees beneath me, or not beneath me, but that work underneath my license. And being able to do small things for them, well, I'll put on, lunches. They love to eat. They're very food driven people, and they appreciate that so much. Leaving snacks out for them, or like at New Year's, I left a bottle of sparkling grape juice with some positive affirmations to bring in the new year. Some of the questions I have for you are what acts of kindness do you do for others, and does this make you feel good to serve in this kind of way? Number 3 for me was gratitude, and I was actually surprised with this because I feel like we've been in such a just a rat race lately, and I don't show enough gratitude. So gratitude is being aware of and thankful for the good things that happen and taking time to express thanks. And I don't feel like I have done that. I do not feel like I've done a good job at that lately. So this was a surprise for me. I have definitely struggled being thankful, just being caught up in such a crazy life. And it's just been so busy the last 6 months with 5 children. We have a, a small 15-acre hobby farm that I've got, some goats, and I've got my horses, and we've got 16 chickens and 4 dogs. And I am so thankful because that's an opportunity that so many people would not be able to have. But I have it, and I definitely need to be better at voicing my gratitude for that and for the people that are in my lives and the experiences that I've had recently. So another question would be, how do you express gratitude, and does it come naturally for you, or is it something that you have to remind yourself of? Because for me, I have to remind myself, hey, listen, there are many people far worse off than you, um, and that I should be thankful for where I'm at in my life. Number four was judgment, and that goes along with wisdom, thinking things through and examining them from all sides and not jumping to conclusions, being able to change one's mind in light of evidence and weighing all evidence fairly. I think this coincides right with the fairness, and um, not necessarily surprised about this. I thought that it would have been higher on the list. Um, I use good judgment in my job on a daily basis. That comes along with like the fairness. A lot of times I have, not a lot of times, but there's cases where I have to turn something into state that might be like an abuse thing, and I'm gathering information. And when I'm educating my staff members, um, they, I'm able to, when I'm showing them evidence of, hey, this is what happened to one of our patients, then they're able to kind of change their mind on the situation. Oh, okay, I can see what our impact was, or what negative impact it had on the patient by what you're showing me. And that goes with disciplining, um, not only in my work, but then at my home when we've got 5 children. So I know that at home, though I struggle, sometimes I do jump to conclusions, and I have to take a step back and kind of re-examine all sides. We have 4 boys, and they are constantly trying to get each other in trouble. And then we have a little girl, she's a year. They range from 1 year to 16 years old. So they are constantly just, Mom, he did this, Dad, he did this. She doesn't really get into trouble yet, but instead of just like jumping on one kid, a lot of times we have to take a step back and say, okay, like, let's sort through this, what really happened. And then number 5 was for perspective, and this was being able to provide wide counsel to others and having ways of looking at the world that makes sense to oneself and others. So I am often approached, especially by younger people at work, and it usually has to do with like um, moving on in their nursing career, and it's usually they feel comfortable enough to come in, close the door and say, hey, can I pick your brain about something? I'm thinking about moving on in the nursing program, or I'm thinking about entering the nursing program, or, hey, I had this fight with my boyfriend. Um, I don't know that I'm really the best one to be giving advice about that, but they come with their personal real life issues, and I'm for the people that work for me. The majority of them, there's an age gap. I'm 36. I have some life experience, and a lot of these people are in their early 20s, so they do come into my office, and we do have really great positive conversations about good life choices and how to plan for the future, and making goals and keeping those goals. So I feel like perspective, I'm glad that that was one of the top 5 for me. But I hope you guys all have a great week, and stay well. Thanks.